The title of this ministration or this teaching is Two Kinds of People. Two kinds of people. I discovered that God divides people into two categories. You have the wicked, you have the righteous. You have the good, you have the bad. You have the wise and you also have the foolish. Two kinds of people. And I pray that at the end of this teaching or this ministration, you will choose where to belong. The joy is the fact that wickedness is not permanent. A wicked man can become righteous. And righteousness is not permanent, because a righteous man can become wicked. Wisdom is not also permanent, because a wise man can become foolish. Foolishness is not also permanent. Why? Because a foolish man can choose to become wise. So there is hope for the foolish, there is hope for the wicked, and there is warning for the righteous, and there is warning for the wise. We are made to understand that if we continue in our righteousness, God will bless us. But if we cease to be righteous, the righteousness that we have done before will be forgotten. And that if we are wicked and we decide to change, embrace righteousness, it said the wickedness that we have done before will be forgotten. What a wonderful God. I just received a text message from one man who was asking questions. He said, Pastor, what happens to people who have been living in sin and on their deathbed, they change and accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior? What will happen to them? Or you and I know the answer. As long as they repent, God will forgive them. God will not say, because you have lived a life of sin, now that you're on sick bed and you're cut out to die, so I won't receive your plea of repentance. God will never say so. They will be saved and go to heaven, but the enjoyment they would have enjoyed, the purpose that they should have fulfilled on planet Earth, they are no more going to fulfill. That's the only disadvantage. Praise the name of the Lord. Turn with me to the book of Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 15 to 16. Proverbs chapter 14, and I read from verse 15 to 16. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his doing. A wise man feareth and departed from evil, but the fool readeth and is confident. In the Bible, the simple is described as the fool, or the fool is described as the simple. Who is the simple? The simple is childish. The simple is inexperienced. The simple is not mature enough to see beyond his nose, to see beyond the mask, to see beyond the surface. Praise the name of the Lord. Childish. Imagine you playing with your child just now, a 2-year-old or 1-year-old, particularly 1-year-old. You're just playing with that child, and then all of a sudden you just turn and put one mask. What will happen to that child? What will happen to that child? That child will be scared. were to play with you as an adult, and just play with you now and just put one mask, one Ojuju Calabar mask, and put like, he said, that's pastor, that's master, that's master. You know why? Because you are not a child. But the child does not see beyond the mask. A child does not see beyond the camouflage. That's why it's called simple. That's why it's called foolish. And that's why the Bible says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. He said, but the rod of correction shall drive it far away from him. Children do not see and cannot see beyond the surface. Hallelujah. A child believes everything that you tell him, just like the foolish, just like the simple. He believes every word, not able to critically examine any form of information given, any form of story. They are not able to independently verify any form of information. That is the challenge that we have today in our country, in our generation, where everybody is a journalist on social media. You can stay in your bedroom and come up with any news item, and the gullible and the simple will believe. That's what we are facing with WhatsApp. The number of WhatsApp messages that I receive, I don't have time to read them. So please, if you are sending me, let me know before, because I don't have time. But I can tell you the simple, the gullible, they will sit down and consume all the stuff, all those trash. That is the tragedy that we have in our world today. The Berean Christians are not like that. The Berean Christians, when you preach to them, they will go back and verify. They will go back and verify to be sure that what you have taught them is okay, is biblical. And I want to commit you also that whatever I teach you in the Great House Mandate Church, please go back and verify whether I'm telling you the truth, whether I'm preaching the truth or not. Hallelujah. The foolish believes his own way is always right. He's so confident. He goes ahead. Without verification, without investigation, he goes ahead. He assumes that what he hears is right because he cannot critically examine facts. The fool don't have the patience to listen to second opinion before making up their minds. You and I are very much aware of the MM travelers in this country. When the message came that you give this, this will be given, people believed there was a bandwagon effect. So many people believe. Even some people that you never expected had money, they produced money. They just invested, they kept investing without doing any kind of underground check or background check. And they are being dealt with seriously. Already dealt with, not being dealt with, already dealt with. Fools are very overconfident. They act with a deluded sense of confidence. Why do I call it deluded? Because it's not proven. They're just simply moved. Amen. They're not moved by evidence or little evidence. They think very little about consequences of their actions. The fool is always hasty. So if you are always hasty to take decisions or to take steps, you are foolish. I'm trying to show us the two categories of people, or two types of people, or two kinds of people, so that you'll be able to know where you belong. I don't mean to insult you. I don't mean to insult you, beloved. So if you find your characteristics as the foolish, please say to yourself, there is hope for me, I can repent. I can change. Praise the Lord. On the other hand, the wise man. The wise man, the Bible describes him as prudent. Hallelujah. He has the ability. He's so diligent. People who you give your money to, they describe themselves as prudent managers. Bankers. You know why? Because they have a sense of judgment. Anybody you give money to that cannot keep your money, that person is not wise, he's foolish. There are so many foolish bankers, you know, especially those of them that will take advantage of the deposits that other people place there to go and give to themselves or give to their families. And we have seen that happen during the banking crash. There are so many banks that are out of circulation. You can't hear of Oceanic Bank now. You can't hear of Intercontinental now. You can't hear of some Bank PHB, Bank BHB, or another. Why? Because these ones were not able to prudently manage the resources of others. Wisdom investigates the path before setting out the journey. It takes wisdom for you to investigate the path you want to move in. The prudent considers his steps, the wise considers his steps. Before taking a step, they consider first before they move. Beloved, do you normally examine your way? Research and investigate before you take an action? Think through, analyze various options before you make up your mind. Don't ever be in a rush. Don't forget the subject we are treating. Two kinds of what? People. The wise and the foolish. The wise considers the consequences of his actions. He knows that actions do not stand on their own. He knows that every action will always trigger a process of reactions. Reactions from people. Praise the name of the Lord. If you slap someone, for instance, that's your action, right? Now, it takes wisdom on your part to think that if I slap someone, there will be a reaction from the other person. True or false? Your own may be one slap, but I guess if he's a military man, his own will be 4 or 5. Bah, 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 bah. That's reactions. One action will produce about 10 or 15 reactions. Are you getting what I'm saying? One action will produce what? 10 reactions. It will also produce several consequences. It will also produce, depending whether it's positive or negative, produce rewards. One reaction. One action will produce several what? Reactions. Let me give you an instance. You obey God by giving your tithe. There are so many reactions, positive reactions from God. You know that? God will secure your property, your life from the devourer. There are so many things that just simple obedience, one obedience will do. Praise the Lord. I heard heard about a chess player. My wife is a very good chess player, even though when she was teaching me how to play chess, I used to use, I'm the husband, don't beat me, don't beat me. Praise the Lord. You just move your pawns and all that. And chess players are very intellectual or very analytical. They don't just move without considering the reaction of their opponent. Are you aware of that? Yes. I remember maybe one day I'll tell my wife to come and teach you chess. We'll just sit down like this. Before he moves or before she moves, she will first of all say in his mind or her mind, if I move this way, this guy is going to move this way. If I move that way, that guy is going to move this way. If I move that way, that guy is going to move that way. If I move this way, this guy is going to move this way. If I move that way, that guy is going to move that way. So I will not take that step. Do you understand? The foolish will just move. So they are being chopped. They will chop the pawns anyhow and say the game is over. Hallelujah. A chess player anticipates this guy. I think he's a genius. It's recorded that he anticipates 14 moves of his opponents before making a move. Wow. Can you beat such a person? 14 moves. Before taking a step, pam, 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 in his brain he has already calculated where you are likely to move. 14 moves, and then will now move. Hallelujah. Beloved, this life that we are living is like a game of chess. Don't ever move like the foolish. If you move like the foolish, your pawns will be eaten, chopped before your very eyes. Sit down and calculate. A wise man sees God's path as the master plan for his life. As the master plan for what? His life. For his life. Those of us that see God's path as the master plan for our lives, we will never be deceived, we will never be destroyed. Because God has passed through the path, God has gotten the experience. That's why when you follow the steps of a wise man, somebody who has gone before you, you will never miss it. That's why the Bible says, be ye followers of those who through faith and patience have obtained the promise. Whatever promise you want to obtain, somebody has obtained it. Whatever achievement you want to achieve, there are people who have achieved it. So following them is a wonderful wisdom step. Not following them is a step of foolishness. Praise the name of the Lord. Amen. So I want to urge you, submit yourself to the path of God. Submit yourself to the plans and purpose of God for your life. Follow in the footsteps of God. You will never miss it. Never you rush into something hoping that everything will be alright. Envisaging consequences is an attribute of the wise. Is an attribute of the wise. Praise the name of the Lord. You see, wise people are not shocked by their moves. You know why they are not shocked by their moves? Because they have anticipated the repercussions, the rewards, all the consequences. They have thought. My father-in-law, Bishop David Oyedepo, used to say that he would have been surprised if he had not been like this. That's to say, if he had not arrived at the place that he had found himself today. Why? Because following the footsteps of the giants. Because he said to us, he told us that before he entered into ministry, he read 39 autobiographies of ministers of international repute, global repute. He read their autobiographies. And in the course of reading, he was jotting down the mistakes, the failures, and the strong points of all of them. And he chose consciously that he was not going to follow the mistakes or the failures of others. And he was going to deliberately follow the footsteps of those who have succeeded. And today is evident for everybody to see. And those of us that are also learning from him, we are also not surprised that we are seeing what we are seeing. Why? Because before taking a step, we have also seen that this will be the result of our efforts. For instance, as a church, we pay tithes. As individuals, we pay tithes. Why? Because we want to secure our financial destiny. Hallelujah. Amen. The question is, what is the root cause of the fool's foolishness? Is that a wonderful question that we should consider? What is the root cause of the fool's foolishness? Psalm 14 and verse 1. Psalm 14 verse 1. The fool had said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. Hallelujah. Psalm 14 verse 1 and Psalm 53 verse 1 is repeated verbatim. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. Praise the name of the Lord. Amen. Most of the time we think fools that say there is no God are atheists. People who don't believe in the existence of God. But it's not like that. Anyone can become a fool. Especially when you deny self-evident truth. That is, the truth that is so clear. But you choose to deny it. For instance, let me do an experiment this morning. Give me one red chair and give me this white chair. Quickly, ushers, bring it here. Hallelujah. How many chairs do we have here? What is this? What's the color of this? Red. Are you sure it's red? Yes. What about this? So this is what we call self-evident truth. Everybody knows that this is what? And everybody knows that this is what? But if I choose to say, this is white, what will you say is wrong with me? I am foolish. If I choose this chair that you see is red, is it not what's wrong with you? Don't you have eyes, or you don't have a sense of color of what? I say no. As far as me I'm concerned, this is red. A fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Even though there are empirical evidences that there is God. But he chose not to believe. When you choose not to believe the truth, you are a fool. Thank you very much for this short. Hallelujah. To say that white is red is a kind of denial of self-evident truth. The fool has said to himself, there is no God. He knows there is God, but chose to say there is no God. He has convinced himself beyond all reasonable doubt that what is true is not true. What is true is not true. What is true is not true. A fool is the person who knows the truth but chooses to believe otherwise. If you say there is God, your actions will prove it. Your actions will prove it. Foolishness is when you see reality but you deny it. It's only a fool that will jump from a tall building and say he will land safely. That means he knows there is a law of gravity, but he's not willing to obey the law of gravity. A fool will always disregard authority, whether moral authority, political authority, legal authority, social authority. A wife, for instance, that disregards the instructions, the counsel of her husband is foolish. Why? Because she knows her husband is God's ordained authority over her and the children. But she chose not to obey or not to abide by the instruction. It's like the fool saying there is no God. So you are actually saying there is no husband. To disregard the authority of your president is to say that there is no president. So you abuse him. And actually by abusing him, you are abusing yourself. Because it's actually your head. Once you say there is no God, you make yourself unaccountable. Once you say there is no God, you make yourself unaccountable. That's why people are not accountable, because they believe there is no God. Are you a foolish man, a foolish woman, or a wise man, or a wise woman? A fool is an outlaw. He does whatever he wants to do. Whatever he feels like doing, he goes ahead to do it. He doesn't care. That's a fool. A wise will consider the repercussion or the consequences of his action. If I do this, this is likely to happen. So for that reason, I will not do so. As a minister to young people, I know what I'm talking about. Majority of young people are foolish. Extremely foolish. They do whatever they want to do without considering the repercussion on their family, the consequences on their family, and even their own life. For instance, they feel like having sex. Or they go ahead to have sex. They are not going to consider, what if I get pregnant? What if I contract HIV/AIDS? What would be about, what about shame? They are not bothered. What they are bothered with is the fact, I feel like doing it, I'll go ahead and do it. But it's not like that with the wise. The wise will consider consequences. Will consider what? Consequences. Consequences. A fool is controlled by his feelings. A wise person is controlled not by his feelings, but a sense of judgment. We can say that the fool is unreasonable. The foolish is unreasonable. The wise is what? Reasonable. Why? Because they think before they act. The fool does not think before acting. Do you believe that the fool has the capacity to remove every form of boundary from his life? Oh yes. A fool is a person who has removed boundaries from his life. And a life without boundaries is a life that is open to all kinds of attacks. To 27. Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 to 27. I read. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house. And it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that heareth these things of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon what? The sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house. And it fell, and great was the fall of that house. May the Lord cause your house to be built on the rock. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. From this passage we can see that it's not about the building materials, it's about the foundation. The two of them, the two kinds of people, the foolish and the wise, they all have materials to build their houses. But the difference is the foundation. While one chose to dig deeper, to lay a solid foundation on a solid base, on a solid rock, one choose the easy way out. Choose the easy way out to build on the sand. Just like the Bible tells us about two kinds of pathways, the narrow road or the narrow way, and the what? The broad way. Anytime you choose the easy way out of anything, just know that you are on the path of foolishness. It's the easy way out. It's the easy way out. If you get a wrong foundation, whatever you put on it will always be wrong. It's not that you are exempted from storm, from winds, as you can see from this passage. Both the foolish and the wise, they are all subjected to the same climatic condition. The storm, the rain, the wind. But the wise gain stability. The foolish does not gain stability. Everybody, believe it with me this morning, everybody is subject to challenges of life, or vicissitudes. What do I mean by vicissitude? A vicissitude is a change of circumstance or fortune, typically one that is unexpected and unwelcome or unpleasant. It's a vicissitude. Hallelujah. Amen. But the Bible says in Psalm 34 and verse 19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him out of them all. While the Lord is delivering the righteous from all the afflictions, there is no single promise that all the wicked will be delivered from all their afflictions. While the Lord will be delivering the wise from all the afflictions, there is no single promise that the foolish will be delivered from all their afflictions. Be a wise builder. Build on the rock. The wise man is a digger. He digs deeper beyond the surface. He digs for truth. He digs for principles. He digs so well before going ahead to take a step. For instance, if someone comes to you now and tells you, oh, I have this business proposal. If you invest 1 million into this business, I can guarantee you that you're going to have 50 to 60% interest. Wow. The foolish will say, wow, this is awesome. You go ahead and invest. But the wise will say, no, let me ask more. What kind of business is this that will guarantee 50%, 60%?